So what's your favorite culture? Somali culture or Jamaican culture?
Oh, I love the Jamaican culture. I love both, but I love Jamaican culture more. I like the vibes. I like the music. I like everything basically.
The way they dance and stuff.
I love the way they dance as well. I love Jamaicans. I think I'm obsessed with like the Jamaican
culture,
vibes and the culture. But I do love Somalis as well. It's the Jamaican vibes for me.
Two Somali women just broke the internet by saying they choose Jamaica over Somalia, and this is not about colonialism. Listen, when a proud Somali woman raised in one of the most patriotic cultures on earth, practicing Islam, speaking Somali at home, when she looks at you with 700,000 TikTok followers watching and says, I'm obsessed with Jamaican vibes, give me that jack chicken or my rice and banana any day. We need to talk about what's really happening here, because this is not just about cultural preference. This is cultural gravity. This is about something Jamaica figured out that the rest of us are still learning. How to make your culture so magnetic it pulls people across oceans, religions and bloodlines. Stay with me, because what I'm about to break down will change how you see diaspora power forever. There are some few clips, let us watch, and then I'll be back with my further commentary.
Do you like Jamaican food or Somali food?
I like Jamaican food, and the reason why I like Jamaican food here is because the taste. With Somali food, to me, don't get me wrong, I love Somali food, but I prefer Jamaican food.
The combination,
The taste. Whereas with Somali food, it's like rice and banana. That's and banana. Everything comes with banana. Like, I got bored out of banana. By the time I was 17, I got bored out of banana.
So that's all. Okay, so what's your favorite culture? Somali culture or Jamaican culture?
Oh, I love the Jamaican culture. I love both, but I love Jamaican culture more. I like the vibes. I like the music. I like everything basically.
The way they dance and stuff.
I love the way they dance as well. I love Jamaicans. I think I'm obsessed with like the Jamaican
culture,
vibes and the culture. But I do love Somalis as well. It's the Jamaican vibes for me.
Okay, if you invited to a Jamaican party or a Somali party, which one would you go pick? Like, they're both on the same day. Which one would you pick?
Which one would I attend to? I'll go to the Jamaican party.
Are you not gonna go to the Somali?
I'm not gonna go to the Somali. I'll go to the Jamaican party because for me, I love Somali weddings. I love the Somali parties, but I like the vibes of Jamaicans more. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I like their vibes. I like their music. I like the way they move.
I need you to understand the magnitude of what just happened. We are not talking about some random cultural appreciation post. We are talking about some Somali women who would rather hit up a Jamaican bashment than their own cultural gatherings. Wake up craving aki and saltfish instead of anjera and sugo. Let me paint this picture for you to understand. Somalia is an East African nation that has survived colonialism, civil war, diaspora displacement, and through it all maintained one of the most strongest cultural identities on the continent. Somalis don't play about their heritage. You meet a Somali in Toronto, London, Minneapolis, it doesn't matter where they are proudly Somali. Language intact, food traditions passed down, community very tight. So when I see these sisters on TikTok saying they're obsessed with Jamaican culture, choosing Jamaican parties over Somali ones, talking about how the vibes take control, I had to pause, because this is not assimilation. This is not self-hate. This is something else entirely. Here's what's really happening now. Jamaica cracked the code on cultural exportation, while the rest of us were gatekeeping our traditions, worried about appropriation, protecting our heritage behind closed doors. Jamaica was like, nah, we're going global. Look at the evidence. Bob Marley's One Love gets chanted at protests from France to Senegal. Jamaica dancehall moves are being perfected in Tokyo clubs. Jack seasoning is in suburban grocery stores from Sweden to South Korea. The flag instant recognition worldwide. But here's the deeper truth. It's not just the music or the food. It's the philosophy itself. Jamaica exported a way of being a vibe that says life is for the living, community is for celebrating, and joy is non-negotiable. And this hits different for us diaspora communities, because we're all navigating the same struggle. How do you honor where you come from while thriving where you are? How do you stay authentic while staying relevant? The Jamaican diaspora figured out something the rest of us are still wrestling with. They took their culture global without losing its soul. They made it accessible without making it cheap. They invited the world in without giving up control. Think about it for a second. Now, when these Somali sisters say they prefer Jamaican parties What are they really saying? They are saying they want to be part of a cultural experience that feels alive, that celebrates community without suffocating individuality, that honors tradition while embracing innovation. Now, let me keep it real with you all. This stings for some of us because it holds up a mirror to our own cultural communities. How many of our traditional gatherings feel like obligations instead of celebrations? How often do we police each other's authenticity instead of inviting joy? I've been to Somali weddings, beautiful, rich with traditions, family bonds, strong and still. But I've also been to Jamaican bashments, and there is something about that energy, that way music moves through bodies, how strangers become family on the dance floor, how celebrations become a form of resistance. The Somali women in that interview, they weren't rejecting their heritage. They were hungry for a version of cultural expression that felt more expansive, more inclusive of the full selves. But let us zoom out, because this phenomenon is bigger than just Somalia and Jamaica. We are witnessing a global culture war, and it's not being fought with armies, it's being fought with algorithms, aesthetics, and aspirations. Culture that wins globally has certain characteristics. It's confident without being arrogant. It's rooted but not rigid. It invites participation without losing its center. Jamaica mastered this formula long way before. Meanwhile, many of our traditional cultures got caught in the preservation trap. So focused on keeping things pure and authentic that we forgot cultures are living things. They need to breathe, evolve, and attract. And this is where it gets emotional for our parents' generation, because they sacrificed everything to maintain our cultures in foreign lands, worked multiple jobs to send us into Saturday language school, cooked traditional meals in tiny apartment kitchens, organized community events that kept us connected to home. Alright? So when they see their children gravitating toward other cultures, it feels like betrayal, like all that work was for nothing. But here's what I need them to understand. We are not running from our cultures. We are running towards cultures that make space for who we are becoming. We want the richness of our heritage and the freedom to evolve. Jamaica cracked this code because they had to. Small island nation, massive diaspora, limited resources, they turned culture into their greatest export. They took their pain and made it into music, took their struggle and turned it into strength, took their joy and made it contagious. When Usain Bolt runs, he carries the flag. When dancehall artists perform, I talk about Vibes Cartel, Sharawale, they represent the island. When Jack Chicken hits a new city, it comes with that story. Everything is connected to the source while being accessible to the world. So, what's the lesson for the rest of us diaspora communities? How do we compete in this global culture marketplace? Number one, we need to stop seeing culture as something to protect and start seeing it as something to share amongst ourselves. Protection creates museums, sharing creates movements. Secondly, we embrace our young people's innovations. The Somali Jamaican fusion they're creating, that's not contamination, that's evolution. That's how cultures stays alive. Third, we got to make non-negotiable, like people are attracted to cultures that celebrate life, not just endure it. If our gatherings feel like history lessons instead of celebrations, we are doing it wrong, right? To my Somali family watching this, your culture is beautiful, rich, resilient, but beauty shared is beauty multiplied. To my Caribbean family, you all wrote the playbook now. Help us learn from it. And to all my diaspora brothers and sisters, we have cultures worth celebrating globally. The question is, are we brave enough to let the world in? Are we confident enough in our foundations to let our young people build on them? Because at the end of the day, those Somali women choosing Jamaican vibes ain't betraying Somalia. They are showing us that Somalia could become if we had the courage to let our culture breathe. The question is, what are we going to do with that lesson? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe, because we are just getting started on these conversations. One love, See what I did there? Peace, love, and harmony.